Hey, I wanted to jump on here real quick and kind of give you my experience with the new nutrition and mindset program, which is called Tubing Mindset. And I got it as soon as it came out because I just like to try everything first so I'll know how to explain it best, even though I like to help with my own health and fitness. So I'm always trying something new because that kind of helps me stay extra motivated to try the new things. And so I wanted to kind of give you the gist of what I've taken from, like, I've binge watched all the videos already, except some of the recipes. So about 26 of the 41 videos are just her kind of telling you her story and how she came from childhood obesity and struggled hard, like even went to weight loss camp, which people refer to as fat camp, and she does too. And she actually had a good experience with it and kind of relied on it, but would lose weight at fat camp every summer and then gain more back during the school year because she didn't um, find the best things to carry on. She wasn't in a good environment when she came back to the school year, and nobody was pre-prepping the meals for her like that. So anyway, just listening to her tell her story is really impactful, and especially because I can relate to a lot of the emotional eating videos, a lot of the struggles that she talks about with food, and just the cycle of seeing people diet and restricting and trying it and not wanting to do it and then just going back and forth, just the constant struggle. So she's personally been on this journey since she was 8 years old, and now she's a dietitian who practices and has clients in an office in California, but has partnered with Beachbody to create this program. So she gives us all of her little principles, which is the to be mindset principles. And it's just to help really hold the sayings and getting disciplined with doing these principles. And it's really about just shifting your mindset, and she really helps teach you what to choose when you're plating your meals. So she doesn't have you restricting anything. She doesn't have you considering low carb, like she doesn't want you cutting out food groups. And it's about not being in a restrictive mindset, because that's what causes people to binge. And she said something that really hit home, was that we live in an obesity promoted society. So our society promotes obesity, and that's clear. I mean, driving down the road, there's 20 fast food restaurants, that there's hardly anything truly healthy you can get there. And it's just so readily available foods that just make us fat. And we all know it. We all know what's good and what's not, for the most part. But she really simplifies it in a way that I've never heard before. You don't have to use the containers. You don't have to count calories. It's all about like a percentage ratio on your plate. So at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and she has a snack option if you really feel like you need it, you can do it. It's all your choice, because you are going to be tracking everything and weighing every morning. And you can look and see what you did the day before, and every day, if you choose a bag of potato chips or French fries or the Little Debbies, like all the things that you really know are not the best things to choose, like you're making that decision, and it just really she really somehow helps tweak your mindset to really like be like, okay, you know, I get it. I'm going to do it. And she talks about how she is even in this group that's a study in America of so many people that have actually lost over 65 pounds and kept it off for 5 years. And everybody in this group, like this, that's where she has gotten a lot of her principles, is from learning through this group of people. So I really think that goes to show a lot. A lot of people can dial down for 20 to 90 days and really restrict and really work out hard and really make a change. We all know that diets work. The key is finding your diet, finding out how to tweak your mindset to not be so hung up on that number meaning anything other than the daily fluctuation. Like if you want it to be lower, you know what you need to do. You need to eat better. You need to move more. And she doesn't even tell you to work out. Working out is like a bonus in 2B mindset, because it's all about changing your mindset and your relationship with food. And for me, that is the biggest thing, because I've really had a bad relationship with food. And, you know, for the longest time, I did not consider myself a binge eater, because the only thing I knew about binge eating was like the videos we watched in junior high of anorexia, bulimia, you know, like that was our health class, I guess, you know. But don't, you know, like the people binging out over the trash cans, like that's what I would think of a binge eater. But that's just the highest extreme. Binge eating could be like eating really clean and then just eating at the next meal, like, and you obviously don't need to eat any more food, but you just can't stop yourself. You're like, I need sweets now, and I need this, and it's more of an addiction to the food, and or you're using the food as a coping mechanism, a coping mechanism for some emotion or some stress that you're going through at work or in a relationship, or just because you've been over restricting or over dieting or over exercising, that it's just your body being out of balance. And so I really think so far this video, the video series that I've watched with Alana is her name, has been really impactful for my mindset for sure. And I really think it would be worth your investment to watch it and to help just to learn the most simplified way to meal planning, so that this is on the basic, like if you can't get a workout in, you still know that you're eating properly for your body. And I truly, I believe in exercising still. So if you're going to do another program, I think that's still kind of up in the air. Like if you want to do this program to really focus on going by Alana's principles and using her play-it method and really learning that for your basic discipline. And I'm still working on it. I don't have it down yet, but it's just like, so I'm going to show y'all what you get real quick. So I kind of got out how I feel about it so far. So if you're still interested in learning more about it, I'm going to screen share what you get almost immediately. Like if you were to decide you want the 2B mindset option, you could sign up through Beachbody On Demand, I believe, or go log into your Team Beachbody account. And if you're not sure what your login is, or you don't have one, message me and we can talk about the steps. But I'm going to run through them real quick. If you're already there, you go ahead, log in, and I'll show you. I'll pick up from there, and then I'll show you what you get in the mail. But First off, I'm going to share my screen really quick and show you what it's going to look like when you sign in. So here's your Team Beachbody account. You log in up here, and then you go to Beachbody on Demand. And now there's going to be a new tab called Nutrition. And that is where your Fixate, a little app, the cooking show on Beachbody on Demand is now under Nutrition. And so is this To Be Mindset program, because it's mostly video based. You're going to have all the videos available once you purchase it. And it may take a few hours, up to 24 hours maybe, but mine was available pretty quickly, like by the end of that day. And so you're going to come in and you see now this Nutrition tab. So go to your Nutrition tab. If you've already purchased it, this is what it's going to look like. And just so you know, there is going to be an app coming out with this within the next month. So right now they even have a little more discount on it if it's still May of 2018, there's a discount until I think the first week of June. But this is what your To Be Mindset program will look like, and then you see the other nutrition channels. But we're going to jump on into the To Be Mindset and see what it looks like. So you get some of your information here, and then jump into the videos, and you can start binge watching everything. Like, here's the get started, and they're quick videos, so you're not like dying. It's not a 30-minute video that's hard to stick with. So you can keep going. You can binge watch them all like I did. I had them watched within 2 days of getting access. So she goes through each video, and there's a little resource with each of them. Whoop, let me go back there. What happened? Okay, here we go. And so you can print out the resources along the way if you want, but I'll show you what I printed out. So here are all the videos, and then it goes down into recipe videos, which I haven't got into all of those yet because I kind of want to get the principles, and I have started doing some of her recommendations and recipes, like the zoodles. This one, I haven't made the meatballs yet, but I did do the zoodle zucchini noodle spaghetti the other day, which was really good. I did try the Brussels and bacon, which was delicious, and I love cauliflowered rice. So she gives you a lot of practical ways to make some of the meals that you love and still take your To Be mindset and still see what she calls a weight loss day when you get on the scale the next day. And that helps keep your mindset good and happy and on your way. You're still not restricting yourself because you can have anything you want, but you do realize the choice you make could cause the scale to go up the next day. And she did make a point to say that like your weekly average is more showing your progress. Your day-to-day is maybe going to fluctuate a little bit, but the whole point is to not have that dieter's mindset when it comes to the number on the scale. We all have a number that we would like to be, but we need to just focus on 2 pounds at a time until we get there. So 2 pounds a week is a healthy weight. So we should see 0.2 go down each day. If that maybe, like mine hasn't been just like that, but I've lost about 2.6 pounds since I started listening to her videos and started getting on the scale. So I printed out my resources right away that first night. So I came over here to the resources. I read through the Get Started Right and came to the tracker. So you can print out any of this that you want at any time, but you're also going to get some stuff in the mail, which I'll show you in just a second. But I went ahead and came into the monthly tracker and printed out a couple of these. And I also went into the food list and printed those out. But you can see all the options. Here's some of the recipes in form of the recipe book, which you'll also be getting, so you don't have to print out all the stuff if you're like, I don't have a printer, or I don't want to spend that much ink. Like, totally get it. I just printed out a couple of things, and I'll show you in just a second. But so this is what's available almost right away. Like, if you're really excited and you're like, yes, you know, I've done this whole yo-yo diet thing forever. I know that it's a mindset thing, and I know the right choices. I just need that mindset shift. Like, I can't even tell you, like, it's just what she says. Like, she's been doing this her whole life and worked with hundreds of people. And she knows what she's doing. She's been in these studies. She's always known that this is what she's wanted to do. It's so cool, because I wish I had known that I was going to be this into health and fitness later in my life. But here we are. I'm doing it a different way, and I think that's cool too. So I really hope that if you have any questions that you'll reach out to me. I'm going to flip this back around and show you what I got on, let's see, let's stop the share. Stop share. Okay, so this is what I got in the mail. We got the Tubing Mindset water bottle. It's a 30-ounce bottle, and so that's kind of key because it makes it a little bit easier. You only have 3 or 4 bottles to drink in a day, and it's just easier to track that way. And she also wants you drinking like 16 ounces at a time. So first thing in the morning, 16 ounces before each meal, 16 ounces. So it kind of helps to have about that much at a time. So you get your getting started little pamphlet, and so it just gives you some of the basic stuff that you probably already know. You need to take your before and after pictures, your measurements, your weight. If you do go to the doctor and want to test your cholesterol and stuff like that, I highly recommend that. I don't go to the doctor enough to do that, so I haven't tested that kind of stuff, but I do recommend it if you can. Here's like the little go-to guide. This is awesome because it kind of sums up a lot of her principles, and she kind of helps you lay out the way your refrigerator should even look to keep, you know, the right things in the right places. So it just keeps the best things on your mind, and then tells you kind of some of the best things to have on hand, the fridge and freezer, like all kinds of good information in here. Then you get all of her recipes, which are not complicated recipes, thank goodness, because I love cooking. I've been cooking all my life, but I've gotten to where if I want to eat healthy, like, we really don't need a big elaborate recipe. You just need to throw a few basic vegetables, some protein, some healthy carbs, which she calls FFCs, which are fiber-filled carbs, and it just makes it a lot simpler the way she explains everything, and really simple meals. So a lot of the meals are to kind of taste like different foods, like pastas, but they're much healthier than pasta, like lo mein, like Chinese stuff, and there's good, awesome breakfasts, Brussels hash and eggs. Like, I had Brussels with my scrambled eggs this morning, and they were really good, which I never would have thought to have those together before, but they were really good. So this is the best book because it's the daily tracker. And so the first day, which I told you I printed stuff out, I went ahead and printed some stuff out because I wanted to start right away. I didn't want to let 5 days go by and me not start implementing the meal plan. So, and tracking, because that's the main key to doing this program, I think, because the way you track the scale and the way you track everything, like, hold on, get to what all you track. But right here, you're planning ahead. So you're planning ahead. I printed that out. This is an extra one, but I plan out the week. And then you have your grocery list template if you want to use this. So you can go through, and it's your main food groups. She really only considers 4 main food groups, which she really explains and breaks down. And then here's your daily tracker, and it shows you the percentages of what you need on each plate at each meal, which is key to how your body uses the food to fuel your body properly throughout the day at the right times. So you track everything, your weight, your sleep, all your food, the time, the water, and even your poo. There's a little poo emoji down here that you can track. And your me time, your exercise, which is extra credit, which is awesome, because then you don't feel guilty if you miss a workout, because I know that's a lot of people that struggle with feeling guilty when they miss their workout. So they're like, well, I'm off on my workout, so I might as well be off on my diet, because I might as well eat more because that makes me feel better, except until the next day. And then it's the vicious cycle. So you don't feel bad if you don't get your workout in. You're waking up with intention to improve every day. You have the most simple plan. She has videos to help you to help explain how to eat out. Like, she's got a stack of menus, and she's like, this is what I would choose from this place. This is what I recommend choosing from this place. This is what I recommend choosing. Even if you are on a road trip and stop at a gas station and you have to have something, she tells you the things that she would pick up at the gas station. Like, I've never heard anyone in any diet recommend what would be proper eating at a gas station to stay on a good meal plan where you will see a weight loss day. Like, just the way she explains everything and the way it sets in your mindset that you're not restricting. Please excuse my dog. I'm sorry, there was someone driving by and she thinks barking at him's going to do something, but hopefully you'd hear me. I've about done this. All these paperworks come, all the paperwork comes in the tracker right here. So she gets into a lot of that in this tracker. You can put your measurements down right here, and then it jumps into the plan ahead, the shopping list, and then you have 7 days of tracking in here before you get another plan ahead and shopping list. So she really helps you plan to go all week to meal. She teaches you how to meal plan for the week too, which I haven't done in a long time, but there's several things that she recommends getting frozen, and I've been on the thought that frozen wasn't as good, and it may not be, but it may be better than everything else if you're not prepared. So that's the whole point. I'm really looking forward to sticking with this as my base meal plan mindset to find the diet that works best for me, because that's what I've really been learning, not only in this program, but the last nutrition course I took was very similar. You go through a process and you phase your own diet to find what works best for you, because we're all different. We all have different base allergies. We all react differently to certain foods. You may have sensitivities that I don't, and I may have sensitivities that you don't. So you just never really know. There is no one size fits all for everyone. There is no perfect diet for anyone. They all work somewhat, and it just really depends on what you find that works best for you, and sticking with that. And when you feel like it's not working anymore, you tweak something. And that's what I've been doing for the last 8 to 10 years, is trying something. If it works, stick with it until it doesn't work anymore, and then try something different. So if there's any other questions you have about this or any other program that I've done, just send a message to me, email me if you want. I'm glad to answer any questions. So I will catch you later, and I hope you really get right with your mindset. Your mindset is the most important thing, and what you can do right now, as soon as you get done with this video, is YouTube a personal development book or something. There's so many free audiobooks on personal development. There's so many free podcasts. Look for some information that's free that that you can start learning from right away. I've got tons of recommendations. If you are interested and want to know more, just reach out to me, because I can't go into that because I feel like this video has gotten really long and I was trying to keep it short. So anyway, I will talk to you later. Bye.